So, does someone want to have the honor of doing the intro?
Nick.
Yeah, Nick.
Anybody but me.
You're our host anyway, so.
Okay. What do I? Well, I guess I could always just check the deliberation guidelines, which I did read. I did read them, by the way.
Yeah, but if you have listened to our deliberations, we just say like, "Welcome to the deliberation of the rock round" and such, and you can be creative like Mark always is, if you want.
Yeah, you can get some terrible dad jokes in if you want. That always goes down well.
Man, that's a lot of pressure. I'm not good at dad jokes. I suppose I'll just use my host voice, right?
Sorry, maybe we should have prepared something.
No, that's all right. I'll do something. All right. Welcome to the rock round deliberation.
There we go.
Yay.
There we go. That works.
Okay, yep, that works, I guess. Okay, so Mark is skipping. So, Mark, would you be okay with counting the votes, or do you want me to do that still? Because
yeah, I can do that. 1 sec.
Yeah, okay, good. Because I figure then I can concentrate more on the actual discussion, because it's a bit hard to do both, like we saw last time, at least for me.
I'll drop mine in as well, as I've done them, but...
Yeah, and we're gonna post them at the same time as usual.
Oh, boy.
So are we doing it in alphabetical order or in order of, like, ranking?
Ranking.
Ranking?
What? Sorry? You mean like...
In ranking, like 1st to 8th place.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
And then type out on Notepad, so the name of the person, and then number 1, name of the person, number 2, with a space next to it, and it'll all work out when I do the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I got it.
Anyway, I guess
muted
it's
you.
time to find out who our semi-finalists will be.
Why is
And
this
Andrea,
stupid
turn off
thing?
your phone. That damn
I
phone
did,
again.
and it keeps turning itself back on. I think it's because I broke it. I dropped it like 5 times in the last week.
That sounds like
and
an
it's
upgrade.
kind of shattered. Yeah, I got about $100 more before I could do that. Nathaniel, though, I still I must have listened to that cut like 3 or 4 times because it was so good.
And by the way, guys, I think this is also another clean sweep, except Mark,
No,
but he's not
well, except Mark, but
voting,
he doesn't
so-
count.
He doesn't
Yeah,
count.
he doesn't count. Yeah, this was a deserved. Wait. Mark, where did you place Nathaniel on your list?
Yeah, okay. So, Andrea, do you want to pick the next person?
Well, since I brought Kelsey up, how about talking about Kelsey?
Yeah.
Who wants to start? You want to talk low energy? I have no energy today because I am so sick with this upper respiratory infection. I'm just like, ugh.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. All right. I'll start first.
Okay, did anyone stand out here in her ranking? No, I think Mark and I put her at the... No. Okay, no, never mind. But anyway, I think it's... Are you done with Kelsey?
Yeah.
I am.
Okay, so let's stop and save.
It's my favourite performance of hers that she's done, but it's in a rock round and there is no rock energy in it whatsoever. So that's probably why she's finished where she has.
Yeah.
Getting your timing right should be the thing that improves your performance more than anything else.
No.
Okay, we don't seem to disagree on her that much, so should we just move on?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I think you and I actually agreed on Trinity this time. So yeah.
Did we? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yep, we did.
Are you sure you counted right, Mark? No, I'm
And
kidding.
I'll double check,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna get back to that last. We just have one more left, and that's Heather.
You guys pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, and it's approaching 1 hour now, so... So unless anyone else have something else, then let's discuss our final order.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
I did have a question on the final order just because, I mean, I'm fine with it personally, but I do notice that there might be a small discrepancy because you and Nick voted the same way with one of the votes and I didn't.
Yeah.
Specifically, I think it was Trinity. So I think there might be something with the order.
Oh, let's count here.
Yeah, because you both put Trinity at 6. I put Trinity, I think, at like 4 or 5.
Yeah, it was 4. So I think that's still 16, is it not?
The maths works out. I've double checked those.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
it's...
the maths is right, but there are 2 people that have voted her out.
Okay, yeah, and I see that. Yeah, I put her at 4.
Yeah, and it is a majority vote, so we can change that if we want to. But I mean, to be honest, I mean, my bottom 4 are pretty much interchangeable because I was so unsure about them. There were good and bad points about everyone. The one thing I can say though is that I'm not sure the absolute bottom deserves that because I think they have improved this round. I mean, I'm talking about Gabriel, and I'm gonna edit this out just for the clip.
Yeah.
No,
But
I think he is where he is.
yeah, and you two
Based
voted
on his
him
performance this round.
absolute bottom, so I guess
Yeah,
we're not changing that.
I can't bump him any higher just because of all the issues there were. Like, I could feel bad. Like I said, he improved. I feel terrible about the fact that he's sick. But like I said, that Fran Drescher just kept coming out, and it was so unpleasant to listen to for the most part. And that tornado siren, when he'd go, it just, I can't bump him any higher. I just can't.
Okay,
I love Gabriel, and I think he's improved, but not for this. If we're judging based on today, no.
Okay, I will concede about Gabriel. And Ray, I'm totally fine with. It's just that last one. The only one that I'm losing is Gabriel instead of Trinity. And I can see potential of her next round, so I guess. But
It's it's getting harder every single
it's so
episode.
hard. I thought this round was gonna be way more dramatic considering the voices this time. But we actually don't agree that much. I mean, disagree that much.
Disagree. I think we're pretty, for the first time ever, I think we're all, minus like Scott, I think, but otherwise, I think we're all on pretty much the same page with everyone else.
Wait, Nick, do you want to switch Scott to third place instead of Kelsey?
Scott is third place for me. Oh, in the final order.
In the final ranking.
Is that what we're? Yeah, Kelsey did do a good job, but still, I like Scott.
No.
You know, hold on. No, I don't. I'm
okay.
content with where I placed him.
Okay.
I believe in a thing called Scott.
I needed to. I needed to try. Okay, but guys, don't you think it's worrying that Trinity's pitch issues are coming back? Isn't she just gonna keep doing that, it seems?
Probably.
Yeah.
Hopefully not. Hopefully she really, really, really takes this deliberation to heart. Because if the pitch issues continue, Trinity won't last.
I feel that she's had 3 chances now. So how many chances is she's gonna get?
We keep raising the same issues constantly and they keep cropping in. So yeah, she probably still is.
Yeah. But at the same time, couldn't we really say the same about Marcus too?
Yes, but
I mean, we could really say that. I mean, to tell you the truth, I think we could say the same about really all of them because, I mean, like for one particular person, I remember consistently saying energy, energy, energy. And finally, this particular round, I got the energy that I have been begging for. And maybe sometimes it just takes like a bunch of slaps in the back of the head before they finally get it. And I don't know. It's a tough call. I mean, like I could see what Mark is saying and what you're saying. But like I said, I could see that pretty much about a lot of the contestants, especially the ones that are towards the bottom. It's like a constant banging your head against the wall to try to get them to understand what you're trying to say. So I don't know. Like, are you trying to like, are you basically like kind of like trying to interchange a place with somebody, like to put her in someone else's place and to let her go this week? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, well, I'm kind of thinking about changing Trinity and Gabriel, but I don't think that's on the table.
No, I mean, like Marcus versus Trinity, okay, I could have that
No,
talk,
not Marcus.
But Ray and Gabriel, based on this particular entry, I can't.
No, okay. Then I guess my arguments are finished. So unless someone else has anything.
Unless you can convince Nick. I mean, if you can convince Nick, that might be something completely different. I mean, you can't convince me, but Nick is very easy to convince. I mean, look what I just did with the whole don't do it for Scott thing.
Yes, I'm very malleable. I'm a youth. You can mold me.
Ooh. Yeah, well,
not like that.
Like I said, Trinity has had 3 chances now. Gabriel has never been in the bottom 3, I think. No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you're trying to convince me to switch those 2.
Yeah.
Okay. See,
that's a huge jump, though.
My biggest thing with that is that I feel like one understood what was required this round and one didn't. Because honestly, I don't think that Gabriel's choice was really a rock song.
No, it was more pop rock.
It was, and it just sounded sounded more like the musical. There was barely even any guitar
Yeah.
in it. And you can't just add guitar and call it rock.
Yeah, that's true.
Fran Drescher.
But still,
Fran
Yeah.
Drescher.
Yes.
yeah, but I think the vocal quality is more important than the backing track. Gabriel added more growling in his voice. Trinity stayed in this straight tone. So I actually think Gabriel added more rock in his voice than Trinity this time.
I mean, I would not categorize just distorted vocals as being rock, because I mean we all know that there's many clean voiced rock singers that don't use that kind of gritty. I mean, obviously, yes, the ones that did bring that out and utilized it properly, we praise them for it because it is something that is found in rock. But just because Gabriel kind of growled it up for a few seconds, I don't think he rocked harder than Trinity did in terms of just rock as a whole, because rock is such a blanket term now that there's slight variations in the music. And sure, Trinity went with a more pop punk and kind of rode that same tone throughout the whole song, but I still think overall that she understood what was needed for the rock round a lot more than our bottom contestant did.
Okay.
So I am not as malleable as I once suggested.
No, okay. Okay, I will let that go.
Okay.
Okay, just one final thing about Scott and Kelsey here. I mean, Scott, he added so many different things in his performance. It was falsetto, it was that rock tone that he always has, and his range and that energy. Kelsey, she had power and energy, but it wasn't as interesting to listen to as Scott to me. Hers was still more expected than Scott's. So shouldn't he get some credit for being crazy, basically?
No.
And for picking a rock song.
Yeah.
And for not going completely wayward on the timing.
Timing, okay. Oh, you and the timing again.
Well, I think she borrowed Ray's metronome, because Kelsey at one point goes completely wayward in it's in sort of the build up into the chorus. It's like, this is completely off from the original, but it still worked, and she's got some phenomenal vocals that she put into it, but it wasn't a rock song. And I mean,
Technically,
I think
it's
vocally
rock,
she
though.
did better.
If it were me, I'd swap that.
Technically, it's rock, though.
I think vocally she did better. I mean, I think vocally she was more on point than Scott. I think leading into those the transition into the high notes, it just didn't work. It sounded awkward. And then I think he came on too strong in some points when he could have pulled back and then grew into it. Do what you guys want to do, but I'm keeping my vote the way it is. So do what you want to do. I don't care.
I find it tough because I ranked Kelsey higher than Scott, so I can't justify wanting to switch them based on how everyone else voted. And I guess one thing that I didn't like about Scott's performance, as much as I did enjoy it, was I heard some vocal doubling, but it was not mixed properly. And especially during his falsettos, I could hear that he doubled his vocals, but did not mix and layer them properly enough that you couldn't tell. And it very much just sounded like he recorded two vocal lines at the same volume and just rendered that out into the song. And you can't do that. It starts to sound a little artificial.
Oh, okay. I think Scott has better mixing than Kelsey, to be honest. But yeah, the mixing wasn't... I mean, if mixing is not a big issue, then I usually don't take the mixing into consideration, because it's a singing competition at the end of the day. So I try to not be too biased about that, even though I know that mixing can do a whole lot for a performance. That's why I tell them, if they can't mix themselves, then try to contact the mentors, because some of you maybe are willing to mix for them. I don't know.
Some of us.
Some of you. Not imposing, but yeah, it has happened.
I mean, if they want to reach out, that's the biggest thing. You gotta reach out, and you gotta at least have to see, because the mentors can say no, but you'll never know unless you reach out to them. They're there to help you. They will help. You just have to reach out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have asked the mentors this past round how many have actually talked to them, and yeah, it's only a couple. So I wonder why. Why don't you want the extra help to go as far as you can go?
It's
that
free.
Is like, for everyone who keeps saying that they're feeling rushed, like she said, like I think it was Trinity who said she had to rush this out and get it done because I don't know, I forgot what it was, but she said she rushed it.
Yeah, she was going away on a trip.
Oh, on a trip. Okay. How about focusing on the vocals, getting the vocals solid, and then asking one of the mentors, say, hey, I'm in a rush. I can't really mix this. Can you help me with this part just to cut back on the amount of time that I have to work on everything? everything. And then maybe you could focus more on the vocal aspect and the technical aspect, and then get a little help with the mixing aspect. And maybe it'll cut back a little bit on the time that you have to put into it.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you are in a rush.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Or ask the mentors first so you know if someone's going to help you or not. Then you can focus on the vocals.
Yeah, it all depends. When I mixed the group round, it was most of them actually did reach out to me, and good. Group songs are hard to mix, so and single songs are like one singer per song is a lot easier and a lot less time consuming to mix than a group song. So provided some of the mentors have a day or so that are free, they may be willing to help you out on the mixing side of things.
Especially if you're in a rush to get on a vacation, or if you're just not feeling good and you want to just focus on your vocals and not worry about everything else. So make use. That's why they're there. Make use of them. Just ask them and see what you guys could work out.
Yeah, or just get some advice if you're not sure how to properly use equalization, compression, what is a healthy amount of reverb to add to your vocals, how to properly use reverb and stuff like that. You can ask those of us in the mentor side of things that are somewhat familiar with that kind of stuff, and we'd be willing to talk shop with you.
Yeah, and it's not just about the mixing. Just ask them about vocal quality too.
Yep.
Ask
Song
them about
choice.
your vocals and get tips about song choice and everything. I mean, they are there to help you on everything, so use them.
We've been listening to your singing for quite some time now, so we might have a couple suggestions on what might work. And hey, maybe don't do this song. Maybe do something a little bit more riskier that might have a higher payoff. Don't play it safe, or maybe don't go too crazy with this song. Anything like that. Like we'll offer advice. You don't have to take it, but it's there.
Yeah. Okay, so it's over 1 hour now. It's gonna be a lot to edit, so
sorry.
So it seems like this order is gonna stay the way it is, and honestly,
I think so.
I can live with this. I was kind of expecting this, to be honest, so... How about you guys? Can you live with this?
I can, if Mark can.
Well, the only swap I'd suggest going on my voting isn't going to fly, so yeah.
Well, okay, wait, what were you going to suggest?
I wasn't, actually.
Oh, okay.
I think, to be honest, with my voting, I would normally spend the week and listen to tracks a bunch more times than I have in the run-up, because I was expecting not to make it after all. My notes are pretty shocking compared to before, so... I think I'm not in as strong a position as I would have liked to have made any justified swaps, but I think that's pretty much the way it was going to go. So fine by me.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So are we done?
I think we are. Me personally, yes.
Yep.
Okay, good. Who wants to have the outro?
Anybody
Not
but me.
Not you. Okay.
I'm sick, so I can't. It has to be somebody else.
Okay, I'm gonna have the outro then.
Okay.
But we have reached a decision. So thank you guys. See you later. So that's it.
Okay.
I'm recording.
Okay, I'm recording.
I am recording.
Mm-hmm. In the future, we shouldn't stop before we actually leave the
Say goodbye.
call.
Yeah.
Because, extras are fun too. So,
Yeah.
Sorry, what did you say?
Okay, the reason that I'm not releasing any covers like Mark and his amazing cover recently is what people don't know is that I'm actually in training, learning how to sing again. I was a professional musical theater singer for many, many years. And first I blew some blood clots that went into my lungs and I nearly died. It left a lot of scarring in my lungs. So my breathing capacity is not like it used to be. And then I was recently diagnosed with an autoimmune disease called mixed connective tissue disease. And a lot of it means basically that my immune system is attacking my own body, thinking that basically my body is sick when it's not. And then it's kind of making me sick. And a lot of times what happens, your tonsils, what people don't realize is the tonsils are actually part of your immune system. And when your immune system doesn't understand what it's doing, it starts to attack you. So it also attacks my throat, which has caused me to really be able to lose a lot of my vocal abilities. And I'm finally starting to work with like vocal coaches and things like that to get my voice back so I can get back into performance level. But with my health and all my issues, it's going to take a while because I have to retrain myself how to breathe through the scarring in my lungs and how to sing with all of when I get scarring in my throat or when I get throat sores from the autoimmune disease, I have to learn to overcome and sing through those. And it's kind of like learning how to sing all over again. I'm like literally starting from square one. I went from a professional musical theater actress to basically not even being able to perform at all. Like even karaoke is really tough for me. So that's why you're not going to hear me sing just yet. If there is another season, fingers crossed, I might be at the place where I can start to sing again. But right now, unfortunately, it's been, a couple years of working to get to where I am right now, which is a great improvement from where I was after my blood clots. But I'm still got a little ways to go to regain a lot of my control and a lot of my strength back in my voice. Not that I wanted to depress anybody, but that's why a lot of people will say, like, well, aren't you going to sing, or let's do a judges competition? And I always say, I got to recuse myself. But that's why, because of health issues, I am learning how to sing again. I mean, my voice is starting to come back, but I've got to work on the technical issues again, because there's still moments where I lose it because my throat will start to hurt, or my breathing, I'll lose my breath because I'm trying to catch my breath because my lungs don't fill the way they should fill with all this scarring inside from the blood clots. And so it's a learning process that's going to take a little time.
What a shame. Do you have any video clips of you singing in the past? That would be
I do.
kind of
I mean, I
interesting.
actually have when I was the narrator in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I'll have to find that.
You cut off.
Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That music, yeah. So, I mean, I have from when I used to perform. I'll have to find those clips and I'll have to share them.
Yeah, could you send those in the judges chat then?
Yeah, I'll have to find them. I have to find my external hard drive because this is a new computer to me. So I have to have it all backed up on a hard drive, and I'll see if I could find those clips and upload them.
Yeah, okay. By the way, can we... Yeah, okay, I understand now. I always wanted to hear you like sing for real, but now I understand why you can't really do that right now.
Yeah, all the best to a speedy recovery.
Well, thank you. But Mark is more than welcome to do another cover.
Yes.
So there we go.
I did make one, it's just terrible.
Oh, we'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
What was it?
Because your foreigner cover was great.
You know what? I want it for judge's choice.
No, I had a go at Petri's favourite Bryan Adams song, and my voice just cleans up when I reach for anything, so it's got no rock quality to it whatsoever.
Save it for judge's choice.
I hope there's some people who like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah.
Just as a little teaser.
I actually picked a My Chemical Romance song for one of the wildcard songs for Judge's Choice. Just because Sion sung that for Judge's Choice in season 3.
Yeah.
That season when he won. That was the best performance that round. And to be honest, I kind of picked that for Scott, but I don't think he's gonna pick that anyway, so... Okay,
Have anybody started picking songs yet? Like, have you released the list of songs?
Yes, I released the list of songs, and a couple people have told me already which songs they're gonna pick.
Are you going to share?
Do you want me to?
I kind of do, yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of do.
Okay, so Marcus said, Marcus is not going there, but anyway, he was gonna sing Crazy by Gnarls Barkley, which I absolutely predicted him to do, because I know he has sung him before, so that's why I asked you if that was too much in his comfort zone, because I know if I picked that he was pretty much guaranteed to pick that. Yeah, but anyway, it's a moot point now, because he's not gonna be there, so... And Gabriel was gonna pick Oops, I Did It Again, which would be kind of exciting to hear for me, but yeah. Thank you guys again. This was really fun.
Yeah. Yep. See ya.